similar mission as well. So with that, I invited George to come. Let's discuss this. Let's kind of get this in the open and have the benefits of others also learning what we went through. Oradian's big in sharing its experience, but also enhancing the community. And we believe that part of enhancing the community is getting to work together and know each other, even if in many times it feels like we're comparing. And when I reflect on Salmon, I see there's a very strong brand, strong tech team. But funny enough, when I speak to George about it, he's always obsessed about the customer experience. And he's always explaining what are they doing for the customer. And so with that, maybe we can kick off. George, in your own words, tell us about Salmon and what mission you set out to do with Salmon.
Yeah, hi everybody. So maybe just first a bit of background, so where I come from, and of the last 20 years I've been doing retail, consumer finance and stuff in Russia, and a little bit of telecoms. And I've been part of several startup situations, including most notably Tinkoff. That's one of the biggest digital bank in Russia. So and we were looking to do something in the Philippines as Tinkoff, but that's all unraveled after the war started. So I quit, and with a small team we decided to launch, our own shop here in the Philippines, because the market here is great. I think that's the best country to do something in financial services. So we launched as a financing company, and we currently do financing in stores, but we have a very long roadmap of products, and that's where Oradian comes really helpful.
Thinking about it, the modern approach. As a CEO, why are those things important to you? I can understand for a CTO, but just if I can reflect, why is that important to you? How do you see those benefits transcending beyond the technical department?
Well, I mean, there is no such thing as a technical department anymore. There are teams of people that work together. So some people, write Scala to program something in the middleware, or Kotlin or whatever. Some other people write Python, but they're actual analysts. Some people, design digital products, and they also use a lot of software to do this. So it's in a cross-functional teams. And for me, what is important, and these teams can actually work together. And from my previous experience, when I have this old school core technology in the core banking system, it's very hard to make this, teams work together, because the cultures are so different. Even the workflows. So in this old school core banking solutions, it's typically waterfall project management, which doesn't really mix well with agile. So in the core banking, they would have 2 releases per year. In the mobile app, you're doing this, weekly or monthly. It's very hard to mix. So it's very hard to actually build your product roadmap. It's very hard to deliver. It's even harder to deliver on this roadmap. So having a modern piece of technology which helps you create the right working environment, the right teams, to create the right roadmap, and not be constrained, but be empowered. I mean, why do we buy technology as a business? To be empowered to do the next step, right?
Regulated by BSP Bank to actually go into the cloud in Southeast Asia in terms of core banking. So there's a couple of industry firsts we've already achieved with rural banks, but effectively it can be anything, or any type of institution, any type of lender who is looking to scale, to perform at scale. I think that's the other thing. It's not just about number of clients, but is actually requiring performance at scale. Specific. So it has also become the strategy of government to move into cloud. Many of the departments across the government are promoting cloud services, so outsourcing for that specific, to overcome those specific challenges. So is the Philippines ready to embrace this? Absolutely. Education is a major part of it, so making sure that everyone's understanding what they are doing when they transition from on-premise to cloud and what those benefits are. When it comes to looking at fintechs, I think it's one short word, but it actually encompasses a lot, and it means a lot for a lot of people. Kind of a little bit to George's point, and what I see is the problem of lack of financial services. The demand is so big that there is a lot of work to be done, and no one can do it in isolation. So there's a lot more room for collaboration, a lot more room for fintechs. There's different types of fintechs. They're either providing a service within the value chain, and so I don't think it's, it's not fintechs versus banks, so it's not one company versus the other. It's about collaborating to build an ecosystem, to build a community where the problem that needs to be solved is how do we make that frictionless?
Well, both for customers here in the Philippines and for financial services providers themselves. But that doesn't have to be so. We here, as well as many other companies, are here to make financial services less intimidating for the customer through great product design, through technology. And if you're a financial services provider, you also need to find right partners that don't make it intimidating for you. And I think Oradian is one of them. So if you find somebody that says, yeah, that's very complex, we're here to solve it, they're trying to intimidate you.